Hello friends, in this video we are going to see the 1000 United Arab Emirates Dirham standard circulation banknote, which was launched from the year 2022 by the government of the United Arab Emirates. These banknotes were printed by the United Arab Emirates Central Bank and were printed at Security Printing LLC, Limited Liability Company, United Arab Emirates. Now let us see the physical structure of the banknote. It is a rectangular-shaped banknote made from polymer material. It is printed using the intaglio technique, that is, raised printing technique, which can be felt by soft touch on the note's surface. The predominant color of the banknote is brown color. The size of the banknote is 163 mm by 66 mm. Now let us discuss the obverse side of the banknote. When the note is observed from the left or right side, we can see that it has a denominational numeral 1000 in Arabic on the top left corner and the bottom right corner of the note. Next, it has a transparent window on the left side, which is a multicolored security chip technology, containing a partially metallized multicolored, kinogram colors, security foil stripe and rose gold color divided into three sections as follows. The upper section shows the Arabic digits 1000, representing the face value of the banknote in rose gold color that glows when holding the banknote horizontally and tilting it slowly against the light. The middle section shows an artistic frame with a portrait of an astronaut in rose gold and gray colors surrounded with the digits 1000, appearing horizontally in regular and mirrored style and full and partial pattern that glows when holding the banknote horizontally and tilting it slowly against the light, and the lower section shows an artistic frame in rose gold color with the face value of the banknote, 1000, and the currency symbol, AED, that appears interchangeably only when looking at it in an acute angle when holding the banknote horizontally and tilting it slowly against the light. Next, it has the logo of the UAE nation brand, which consists of 7 lines which rise up tall with momentum, optimism and dynamism as a tribute to the 7 bold founding leaders who shaped the Emirates and united their people's aspirations under one flag. 7 lines, shaping the map of the Emirates with the flag colors, represent the future-focused leaders of the 7 Emirates united towards the country's growth and driven by persistence and resilience in the face of challenges. The lines, vibrant in color, reflect the UAE's ongoing journey of development driven by a wave of progress, innovation, excellence, and boundless aspirations, and the unflinching belief that nothing is impossible to those determined to make their dreams a reality. Below the 7 lines it has the lettering, Al Emirat in Arabic language, and the Emirates in English language. Next, at the center, it features a commemorative portrait of the Sheikh Zayed bin Sultan Al Nahyan, looking at the space shuttle, and a picture of the UAE's probe of Hope appears on top of this shuttle. What makes this portrait special is that it actually comes from a 1976 meeting with NASA space crew from the Apollo 17. The clear windows show Sheikh Zayed bin Sultan Al Nahyan and also a space suit. In the background, there is an image of a spaceship in addition to the Hope probe spacecraft, which is also known as Misbar-ul-Amali in Arabic, from the orbiter satellite of Emirates Mars mission, and the Tanegashima Space Center located in Tanegashima Island, Japan. It went into orbit in early 2021. Next, it has an offset microtext, which consists of the text Mazarful Emiratul Arabiyatul Muttahida al Mirkazi Alf Duraman in Arabic language, which is microprinted around the image of the Sheikh Zayed bin Sultan Al Nahyan, looking at the space shuttle, and a picture of the UAE's probe of Hope that appears on top of this shuttle. Next, below the central image, it has the denominational value Alf Duraman in Arabic. Next, below the denominational value, it has the lettering Warikatun Nakdiatun Madmunatul Ki Miti Bimujabil Kanuni in Arabic, which means guaranteed value banknote by law. Next, it has the year of printing of the note. which is mentioned according to Islamic Hijri calendar in Arabic. Next, below the printing year of the note, it has the touch braille marks, which are the 6 embossed horizontal dots, which enable the blind and visually impaired to identify the denomination of the banknote. Next, it has a registration device, which is a circular see-through printed design containing a geometrical shape. On the upper right in the front side and upper left in the reverse side, and both fits perfectly when the banknote is exposed to direct light. Next, it has a watermark, which consists of a circular transparent clear window, containing a portrait of the Sheikh Zayed bin Sultan Al Nahyan, that can be seen from both the front and reverse sides. It is also surrounded by an iridescent ink that is visible when looked at in an acute angle. When the banknote is held horizontally and slowly tilted against the light. Next, below the watermark, it has the signature of the chairman of the board of directors of the Central Bank of the UAE, and, next, it has the serial numbers in Arabic, printed vertically in red fluorescent color on the left side, and, the serial numbers in English are printed horizontally in black magnetic ink on the upper right side. On the upper side of the note, on the center, it is Mazruful Emiratul Arabiyatul Muttahida al Mirkaziyu written in Arabic, which means, Central Bank of the United Arab Emirates. On the lower side of the note, it has an intaglio microtext, which consists of the text Central Bank of the United Arab Emirates in English language, which is microprinted at the bottom of the banknote. Now let us discuss the reverse side of the banknote. When the note is observed from the left to right side, we can see that it has a denominational numeral 1000 in English on the bottom left corner and the top right corner of the note. Next, it has a denomination printed in spark flow dimensions, which is a security feature printed on the top right side of the banknote. It changes color from gold to green when tilted slowly against the light. Next, it has the year of printing of the note, which is mentioned according to Gregorian calendar in English. Next, at the center, it features the picture of the Barakah nuclear energy plant, situated in the Emirate of Abu Dhabi, the UAE. The Barakah nuclear power plant is the United Arab Emirates' first nuclear power station, the first nuclear power station in the Arabian Peninsula and the first commercial nuclear power station in the Arab world. The site is in the Gharbia region of Abu Dhabi, on the coastline between the Persian Gulf and the E11 highway, 53 kilometers west-southwest of Ruwais. Next, it has an offset microtext, which consists of the text Central Bank of the United Arab Emirates 1000 dirhams in English language, which is microprinted behind the picture of the Barakah nuclear energy plant, Abu Dhabi, UAE. Next, it has a kinogram colors security feature, which is a transparent window on the right side, containing a kinogram colors security foil in silver color, with an artistic frame in the middle of it, with a portrait of an astronaut in silver color surrounded with digits, 1000. Appearing horizontally in regular and mirrored style in full and partial pattern that glows when holding the banknote horizontally and tilting it slowly against the light. And, next, below the central image, it has the denominational value 1000 dirhams in English. On the upper side of the note, in English, Central Bank of the United Arab Emirates appear on the center. On the lower side of the note, it has an offset microtext, which consists of the text Central Bank of the United Arab Emirates in English language, which is microprinted at the bottom of the banknote. Here, we reach the end of this video. Hope you liked it. Thank you very much for watching the video. See you soon. Goodbye.